Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Christmas meeting, the 5th day, Monday 26th December, Boxing Day 2022. The first race of the afternoon is the Ayush Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up we got Script, who's had 3 starts so far. It was a winner in race number 7 where it went over 1400 meters, beat Daddy's Dream in his last start. Script, who was travelling in towards the rear of the field and tried to make a forward move but eventually finished on last of 6 runners. The winner here was Nandini's Pet. Couple of runners we are looking at. Number 2, High Spirit. This run is from race number 26, where High Spirit, who took the turn a little wide, then came up with a run down the center and was looking like it challenged the leader, but eventually Atlantica, who made a move towards the inside, absolutely rattled home and got the race. Number 9 was Tahoe. Tahoe was racing in mid-pack, then weakened and eventually finished on 9th here. Number 4, Years Win Legend, our Real Presence, was withdrawn in its scheduled start of this season. The run we are looking at is from the previous winter season in race number 78, where it was ridden by Hindu Singh, and then Years finished on 5th behind Success, who has gone on to achieve great things. Couple of runners we are looking at. Number 5 is Divine Chakra. Divine Chakra, who had an ordinary monsoon season. This start is in race number 1, where Divine Chakra eventually came out and finished on 7th, and today ridden by Nikhil Naidu. The other runner is number 7, Lion Queen. Lion Queen, who had a start in the monsoon season, finished on 3rd. This start, Lion Queen came out and finished on 4th, today ridden by KJ Likit Appu. Number 6 is Sporting Trainer. Sporting Trainer has had 4 starts in the monsoon season. This would be its first start in the winter season this time. It has finished on 4th each of his 4 starts. The run we are looking at is in race number 52, where it was ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan, and Sporting Trainer eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Regency Smile. Sporting Trainer today ridden by Imran Chisti. Number 8 is Sun God. Sun God, this run we are looking at is from the monsoon season in race number 53, where Sun God, who eventually finished on 4th, was ridden that day by P. Tejeshwar. Today Sun God ridden by Hasib Alam, who claims a couple of kilos off. Number 10 is Act of Magic. Act of Magic had a very useful monsoon season. It finished on 3rd in race number 2 behind The Mentalist, finished on 5th behind Light in the Sky, finished on 2nd behind Randolph. In its last start in race number 43, where it was ridden by Hindu Singh, it eventually finished on 4th. This run was over 1800 meters. The winner here was Arrow Point. Today, Act of Magic ridden by Prati Singh, who claims 4 kilos off. Moving on to the second race of the afternoon, the So Amazing Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Consigliere. Consigliere, the start is in race number 35. This was over 2000 meters, where Consigliere, who was racing in mid-pack as they entered the home straight, then weakened and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Oasis, who took charge into the last 100 meters and won that race very comfortably. Three runners which went up against each other in race number 2, which this was over 1600 meters. First up we had Galen, who was ridden that day by Hindu Singh, who keeps the mount. Galen eventually came out and finished on 3rd. The other runner was number 3, Basharat. Basharat was languishing in the wrong part of the field, but then came up with a big run on the outside and came out and finished on 2nd. And number 4 was Livisilla. Livisilla, who tried to make a start to finish essay here, but weakened and eventually finished in the rucks. Last of 5 runners, the winner here was 3rd Avenue. Then we got number 5, D Yo Play Your Way. This run was in race number 25 over 1400 meters. D Yo Play Your Way was languishing towards the rear of the field, then was ridden very vigorously by Manchester, who whipped it quite a few times, and D Yo Play Your Way eventually came out and finished on second. The winner here was Adonica. Number 6 is Silverita. Looking for a hat-trick here is Silverita. Silverita first up won in race number 20 over 1400 meters, where it got the measure of Baolian. In its next start, it went over 1400 meters again, and Silverita that day was ridden by P. Trevor, and that day it got the measure of Divya Shakti. This time Silverita is ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan and is going over 1400 meters again. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the General A.S. Vaidya Memorial Cup for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. The first runner we are looking at Exotic. Exotic was a little lethargic in the beginning of the race. This was in race number 37, then made up a move on the wide outside, eventually came out and finished on 4th. The winner here was Cold Pursuit, who took charge into the last 150 meters and won that race readily. Number 2 is Goose, who has had 3 starts already in this season. First up in race number 14, it finished on 6th behind Secret Pearl. In race number 23 over 1100 meters, it finished on 8th behind Cape Tanaros. In its last start, Ghost went over 2000 meters. In a small field, Ghost eventually beat one home and finished on 3rd. The winner here was 3rd Avenue. Number 3 is Leonardo. Leonardo has won in the opening race, opening start it had in the winter season over 1200 meters in race number 9, where it beat Devyushka. This start we are looking at is from the 2000 Guineas, where Leonardo was quietly fancied but didn't run a very under par race, where it finished 4th behind the mighty Imperial Power. Number 4 is Creation of God. Creation of God had a start in this season in race number 21, where it went over 2000 meters. Creation of God was racing in front and was keeping on finding something. In a 3-way blanket finish, Creation of God just missed out and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Mandeville, who got the measure of Sonata. Moving on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Army Cup for horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First up, we got Agnostic. Agnostic has been winning races after races. It won a couple of starts in the monsoon season. Its first start in this season in race number 11. Agnostic was racing on the wrong end of the field, but then P. Trevor weaved a passage towards the inside and got the measure of the field and won that race with a measure of comfort. Number 2, Sea Lion. Number 6, Tigrio ran against each other in race number 36. Sea Lion, who was in second spot and then weakened and absolutely gave in and finished on 5th. Number 6 was Tigrio. Tigrio took the turn a little wide, then tried to gain ground on them, but Tigrio was no match for this field. There was a 3-way finish between Jake, Imperial Power, and A Star Is Born. Jake prevailed in that. 5 runners who went up against each other. Number 3, Awesome One. Awesome One was racing in mid-pack, came up with a late run. The winner here was the Sovereign Awe, who was definitely the eye-catcher, had staved off the late challenge of both Sovereign Awe and the other eye-catcher was the Dundee Satyagraha, who came up late into the scene on the wide outside, flashed home but fell short, finished on 3rd. We also had number 9, Monfortino, who eventually finished in the rocks 9th. Number 10 was Mystic Bay. Mystic Bay had an eye-catching run in race number 11, where it went on a start-to-finish mission, finished on 3rd, but here it finished on 8th. Number 5 is Shivan. Shivan's skipped the monsoon season. The run we are looking at is from the previous winter season in race number 103, where it went over 1400 meters. eventually finished on third, almost 2.5 lengths behind the winner, which was Awesome One. Number 8 is Malwa. Malwa had a start in the monsoon season where it finished on 5th behind Sea Lion over 1400 meters. This start we are looking at is from the current season in race number 17 where Malwa went over 1600 meters, eventually finished on third. The winner here was Stockbridge. We move on to the fifth and feature race of the afternoon, the Wolf 777 Calcutta Oaks 2022 Grade 3 for Indian fillies 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of 2400 meters. The first run we are looking at is from the Calcutta 1000 Guineas, where 4 of them went up against each other. Arabian Queen, who was racing in the wrong part of the field and came up with a late bid and finished on third. Number 3 Kiefer, who was in front but then weakened and eventually finished on fifth. Number 4 was Chabelle, who took the turn a little wide, came up with a run and took charge into the last 250 meters, but then was worn down by Success, and Success eventually won that race after dead heating the Monsoon Derby. Number 2 is Arrow Point. Arrow Point's start is in race number 13 where it went over 2000 meters, and Arrow Point won this race with a measure of comfort and beat that field. The second place was Tar, and Arrow Point beat Tar by almost 6 lengths. That day was ridden by Srinath. Today Imran Chasti takes over the mount. Last runner is number 5 Sonata. This one is in race number 21 where it went over 2000 meters. At one stage Sonata was really looking well until it changed legs, and then Sonata started drifting out and eventually fell short by neck to Mandeville. Moving on to the 7th and last race of the afternoon, the Kentucky Handicap. For horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26 eligible. This is the no whip race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First we got couple of runners. Number 1 is Dr. Doom. Number 6 is Compliance. Dr. Doom in race number 8 eventually came out and finished on second behind Southern Lad. Number 6 was Compliance. Compliance was the winner in race number 1 where it got the measure of Beautiful. In this race, Compliance ran on to finish on 4th. Number 2 is Mose. Mose had a very useful winter season where it won a start where it finished on second in one of its starts. It had an ordinary monsoon season. This start we are looking at is from race number 40 where it went over 1200 meters and eventually finished on 7th. The winner here was Devyuska, who won that race by almost 2 lengths. Couple of runners. Number 3 is Memorable Memories. Had a forgettable monsoon campaign, couple of starts without really bothering anybody. In its first start of the season in race number 34 where it went over 1200 meters, Memorable Memories was racing in the wrong end of the field but came up with a late bid and eventually finished on 4th. Number 12, Daddy's Dream. Daddy's Dream has had 3 starts already in this season. First up in race number 6, it finished on 6th over 1100 meters behind Dream Chaser. In its next start, it finished on 2nd behind Script in a close finish. In its last start, Daddy's Dream finished on 5th. The winner here was Regency Smile, who won that race by almost 4 lengths. For Mount Reno, number 10, El Patron. Number 11 is Ashwamekh. Number 4, Mount Reno had a start in race number 12 where it finished on 6th. In his last start, Mount Reno finished on 3rd, came up towards the inside and made a race out of it. Today, Anthony S. Raj takes over the mount. Number 10, El Patron. El Patron has had a couple of starts. First up, it finished on 7th. In his last start, El Patron came up late and finished on 4th, and today ridden by Arman Khan again. The other runner was Ashwamedh, had a start in race number 33 where it was ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Veronica, today Ashwamedh ridden by Vinay Jaiswal. Number 5 is Mescal in race number 12 where it eventually finished on 3rd behind Monteverdi, almost a distance behind the winner. Number 8 is Tycoonist. Tycoonist has had a couple of starts over 2000 meters without much success. First up, it finished on 7th behind Success. In his last start, Tycoonist was in a forward position into the home straight but then weakened and eventually finished on the rocks. The winner here was Arrow Point, who won that race by a widening margin of 6 lengths. Number 9 is Jawai. Jawai has had a couple of starts already. First up, it finished on 9th in race number 8 over 1100 meters. In his last start, Jawai was racing in the wrong end of the field but came up with some late gains and made up placings and finished on 4th. The winner here was Cole Pursuit, who won that race with a measure of comfort. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.